Hey guys, today we are going to review the Pulsar X2 Crazylight. I was really curious to try this mouse. I've watched so many reviews about it and mostly they were quite positive and a big improvement from what other people say compared to the X2 V3. So I got kinda hyped for this mouse and here I am. I tried this mouse for some weeks, so I think I can give my thoughts on it. And yeah, let's get into this. In the box you get a white cable that matches the white mouse, this see-through dongle, 8K dongle, which looks amazing in my opinion, some stickers, the manual, extra dot skates, and a little card that mentions all the specifications of the mouse. Something to mention is that the mouse does not come with extra grip tapes, but in my opinion that's not a big issue because the coating of this mouse is already very good and I didn't have any issue finding a good grip with the mouse. And overall, I'm not that big of a fan of grip tapes because they get worn out very quickly. And I very much prefer having a mouse with a very good coating but no extra grip tapes than a mouse with poor coating and extra grip tapes, if that makes sense. So getting into the mouse itself, the mouse feels extremely good. It has a very good build quality, and I think this is one of the strongest points of this mouse. It has zero creaking despite being a very light mouse. On my scale, this mouse weighs only 39 grams, but if you would apply the dot skates, I'm sure you can shave some grams off, reaching maybe 35, 36 grams. And despite being this light, I cannot get the mouse to creak on the sides and on the top. It feels overall extremely of high quality. You can get a little bit of creaking if you press it very hard from the bottom, but that's not something you will do obviously in game. So in general, the build quality, in my opinion, is 10 out of 10. In terms of coating, this mouse feels very good. As I mentioned, you don't have grip tapes, but you definitely don't need them. The the coating and the grip in general you get on the mouse is very good. As you can see, it just sticks to my hand. I barely holding it, and it just doesn't. It just sticks to my hand. So very good coating. In terms of shape, this mouse is actually very good for my grip. I have some sort of relaxed claw grip or pincer claw grip. My hand is 17 by 9 centimeters, and for my grip it's very good. I can shift between relaxed claw grip slash pincer claw grip to a fingertip grip in Fortnite without any kind of issue. This shape is very good. The back camp of the mouse supports my knuckles and I get a very consistent grip on it. So in general, if you have small to medium hands, you can definitely have an aggressive claw grip if you want to, or a relaxed claw grip, or a pincer claw grip, or a fingertip grip, you will have no issue. But if you have medium to large hands, you will definitely have to fingertip grip this mouse. In general, the shape is very good. The first days that I was using this mouse, I had to adjust to the fact that the sides of the mouse are kind of flat, while to my other mice like the R6 from Attack Shark or the Sora 4K or even the Viper Mini, they kind of curve in the sides. So that was something new for me and I had to adjust to it, but that was no issue after a few days, and I'm actually liking the shape a lot. So in terms of clicks, this mouse is using the Pulsar optical switches. This should be some custom FE optical switches, and they're very spammable, and you get some sort of feedback when you click them. And overall, in terms of optical switches, they feel very good. They have a medium to light actuation force, and since they're very spammable, they're very nice to use. So I have zero complaints in terms of clicks. When you press down the switch and try to have some side wobble, there is barely none, which is very impressive considering the weight. In terms of pre and post travel, if I can show it on camera, there is some pre travel as you can see, and some post travel. Both the pre and post travel help with the spammability, so no issue in my opinion. and in game you don't really notice it at all. The scroll wheel is also a Pulsar custom one, and there are defined steps, but it still feels quite light. I would say in terms of tactility, it's a 6 out of 10. It's very, very spammable, and in games like Fortnite, it's very good to reset or to loot. So I really, really like the scroll wheel as well. The side buttons are very crispy, very good to use. There is barely no pre-travel and no post-travel. Very, very good side buttons as well. The middle click has a medium activation force and it's quite light to spam, so no problem to spam it in game. So overall, clicks, side buttons, and scroll wheel are also a very strong point of this mouse. They feel very well tensioned, and overall, you can tell that they are of very high quality. Coming to the skates, this is actually probably the thing I like the least about this mouse. This mouse has some PTFE skates that feel quite speedy, even on cloth in my opinion, compared to other stock skates, and co- uh, and in mix to this very very lightweight, I feel like I don't have full control of my mouse, so I will be switching the skates, but I wanted to keep them until I reviewed the mouse. So if you're a fan of speed skates, you will probably enjoy these skates, but since I'm someone that enjoys a lot control, I'm not the biggest fan of them. So to customize all your settings, you can either download the app or use their WebDriver. I'm normally using the WebDriver, and to access it, you need to connect your device. Okay, in this tab, it shows your settings, but if you want to customize them, you have to go on the Performance tab. Here you can set DPI, polling rate, your LOD, and here you can even adjust your sensor angle, but I'm leaving it at the default setting. Here you can set motion sync, ripple control, and angle snap, the classics. I'm personally using the turbo mode, which should give you better performances, yeah. And I always use 0 debounce time and didn't encounter any kind of issue in terms of double clicking or anything like that. Here you can even set macros, but I personally do not use them. And here you can set if you want to have the LED of the dongle on. I personally don't want it as it's very very light, and I prefer to have it off because I think that the dongle itself looks even better without any LED on it. Here you can check if you have the latest version of the firmware, both for the mouse and the dongle. So overall, the WebDriver itself looks pretty good. It gives you the ability to customize all your settings, and I'm quite satisfied with it. In terms of performance, this mouse has been very, very nice to use on Fortnite. Thanks to the lightweight, I can be very, very fast on my edits. And thanks to the shape, I can shift between my pincer claw grip and my fingertip grip based on what I'm doing. And overall, it has felt very, very responsive. So in general, I had a very, very good time using the mouse. So in conclusion, if you want to experience a very lightweight mouse around 40 and 35 grams and want a small mouse with a back amp allowing you to have both a claw grip or a pincer claw grip or a fingertip grip, I believe that this mouse is like the best in class. It performs very, very well. It's very responsive, and overall the clicks are good. The scroll wheel is very, very good. The side buttons are extremely good. So in general, this mouse is, in my opinion, one of the best on the market right now. So if you enjoyed this review and it was any helpful, leave a like and a subscribe to support me. More videos will come in the future. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Peace.